Hello, everybody. It's Roast of Champagne here with you, and we're back once again in the wonderful world of Hypermarket Simulator. Now, since the last time that we were here, two things happened. The first thing that happened is that I forgot to save my progress in the game, so everything that we did on the final day got lost. So I had to go back and do it all again. And then another thing that happened is we have played a few more days offline here, basically to get ourselves up to where we are there in the upper right-hand corner. We're all the way up at level 49, and in this episode, we will be able to get ourselves to level 50. So we did want to do a little bit of fast forwarding just to be able to keep advancing the plot. Nothing about the store has changed. Everything is the same as it was before. So no new products have been put in place or anything like that. Just ran the store out a few more days. Nothing exciting happened here. We're going to probably do more of that as we go along because it's taking longer and longer to get more levels. As you can see right now, we need 971 customers to get another level here. And that's up from 889 on the previous level. So it takes longer and longer to get to that point. We did also let the restockers completely get everything restocked here. So as you can tell, we are just ransacked in the back. And something is ticking. I think that's on the other side of the wall. So we got to take a look and see what's ticking here. Because these things back here always tick, and then you got to put them back into place. So those are good. There's probably something on this side that's... No, it's over here. Yeah, these shelves, there's just something weird about these shelves. And we've still got something. It might be here. There it is. Yeah, so there's just some kind of strange glitch with this shelf here. And I can't even move that down. So that is not able to be... Okay, it's not able to be moved at all. So I... What happened? Place. Move. Okay, and place. All right. So yeah, that's about as low as I can get. So, yeah, but there's just some kind of a strange glitch that occurs there. Now something else is ticking. What is ticking? Is it you? Is it you? Is it you? How about you? It was you. All right. It's always something low. I'm going to try the same thing here. So we're going to... Oh, I think I hit the wrong thing. So let's move. And that, again, can't get any lower. So that's just as low as it gets. And we're going to put it back down. It may not get any lower because that box, but we're fine for now. It's all good. The ticking has ceased. So we do need to go here and order a whole bunch of products because we did run ourselves out of a lot of stuff. Again, everything in the store has been restocked. So the restockers took care of everything that they could, and they were standing around at the end. I don't have those. I don't know why I tried to order those. I don't have them. So it will do me no good to get those ordered here. So yeah, we're going to get these shelves completely refilled. That's going to take quite some time. And then once we get all this stuff ordered, we'll get the restockers in there, let them do their job. We'll then open the store. I really should get this store open now, otherwise it's going to take us like 3 days to do all this. So let's actually go there and do that, because I'm going to, yeah, we're going to struggle to get this done in 3 days at this point. Day 60, stores open for your convenience, and I took too long to get the place open. So yeah, let's get all this ordered, and then hopefully we'll be able to still do all this in 2 days. That is the plan. We'll see how it works. I think I only hit that once, so we'll do that again. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of boxes for them to handle. They really... Oh, we don't have that either, so I don't know why I ordered that. The candy is coming in the next license. I believe that's our level 50 license. We had our candy back. And as you can see, we've got tons of money. We've got, yeah, $87,000. We had over $101,000 going into the day. So we've got ridiculous amounts of money at this point in time. Restockers assemble. And I will help them out with this madness and chaos that I've created back here. So I will help them get all this stuff put up on the shelf. It's going to take the better part of all day to do, but we'll get there. And hopefully, if we can get over 600 customers by the end of the day, if we can get to that number over 600, I think we'll be all right to be able to get our next license by day 61 in the store. But we need to get, yeah, we got to get over 600 to get there. If we get over 650, we're home for sure. But yeah, 600 will get us close. We'll see how it goes. I just hope that I did not wait too long to get people in here. And again, our next license that we get is going to get us products that we already had before. I can't remember exactly which ones it gets us, and I don't want to look now because we've got to get all of this stuff, put it back into the racks here. And that's going to take me the better part of the rest of the day to do, given everything that we ordered. And like I said, going forward from here, we'll probably get ourselves to the point where we just get to wherever, get ourselves just short of whatever the next license is going to be, and not do anything in terms of any changes in the store. So just basically running the store to get ourselves progressed, just because otherwise we'd just be running the store and nothing would be happening. And I'd be desperately trying to kill time when there would be nothing of importance going on in the store. So yeah, that will probably, we had the same issue in Supermarket Simulator where it got to the point where you had nothing that you could do at certain times other than just like wait for the game to move along and wait until you had more money to get yourself another license. And that always kind of provided a bit of a challenge for me because I've never been comfortable with just like running a store just to run a store and doing an episode of nothing changing in the store. I harp on it a lot now, the need to advance the plot. And when you're like just running a store and nothing's changing in the store, to me, that's not advancing the plot. That's just doing the same thing that you did before, with nothing about the store changing. So yeah, if we have a few days that we don't show, I'm hoping that won't be an issue. But it'll at least get us to where the next episode does show some change that will occur in the store, which is kind of what it's all about here. All right, there we go. We've got those vases. We've still got probably 2/3 of the things left that we that we ordered, so we got to keep on going. I think I got one box too many of a couple things here, so that could be a problem. Because I think I ordered, I forgot that, yeah, like there's canned tuna and brine. I'm actually going to throw that out. That's fine, because they're going to try and put that in some weird spot if I don't. And I already put the other one up. I forgot that one came in a large box. That kind of tuna was not a small box product or a regular size box product. It was a large one. And again, I didn't want to like go chasing it down wherever it was going to be on the shelves. The extra box just ends up in some random place. So yeah, it didn't cost me a lot of money, and we're already back over $106,000 at this point, so it's really no big deal. We'll be okay going forward. The camping equipment has been incredibly popular. That's kind of taken over for the lamps in terms of like the new thing that everybody wants. It feels like whatever the most recent thing is that you get, that's the thing that everybody wants to buy, and it kind of displaces the previous hot item. So the hot items in the store just feel like they keep on changing with whatever we get that is like the most recent thing. Which means I'm guessing that when we get all of our products back that were like, they're going to be new, but they were old, maybe they'll start just demanding all those again. I do not know. We'll see. I have to see how it goes.
Attention shoppers.
Who ordered so many things? All right, it's gonna be close. We'll be over 600. And then the question will just be how many people are still in the store shopping after we get past 10 p.m. And if we get, like I said, if we get to 625, I think that'll be enough. I think that'll be close because then we'd need 346 tomorrow, and I just would need to like open the store right from the jump. But before we get out of here tonight, we're going to make sure that we get all these boxes put away, because there was a lot that we had to order here. It feels like it took, after I had run day 59 of the game, it felt like it took a good half hour for the restockers just to get everything in the store completely stocked. What was there? Oh, those are the cup sets. So yeah, there was just a half hour of the restockers going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth with boxes, getting everything put away that they possibly could. All right, we're at 6:23 and still going, so that's good. And I still see we got a bunch of people in the store, which is even better. So yeah, if that number can get up to 640, I feel real good about our chances for tomorrow. Then we'll see how it plays out. I'm just waiting for the last cash register noise, and then I'll know that we're done there. It is definitely slowing down, but we do still have a few. Where were these? The mashed potatoes. Where were? Oh, there they are. And we still got one. All right, we got one there. That might have been... No, we still got one person that's still shopping. That guy's a real straggler. I think he came in at like 10:02 p.m. and is just going to like walk all around the store. And he's going to get all the evil eyes from everybody that's in here for being the last one to shop. I mean, I don't care because it's giving me plenty of time to get all this stuff put away. But the dude just does not have any respect for time. And if it weren't for the fact that we had 500 boxes outside, it would have been a real issue with our restockers. So now they're just mad at me instead. That's fine. All right, we're down to about 10 boxes left. So this is not too bad then. And as soon as we get all these picked up, we're just going to get right into another day and keep it moving from there. There's that coffee. We're going to, let's see, the red beans are over here as well. So will that go up there? It will. Okay, cool. And one box left. That's it. Nice. The peas. And those will go there. Cool. So then the only other thing we got to check, well, I mean, there's a lot of stuff we got to check, but up here we're going to check the window chicken. That's actually not bad. Get a couple of those. That should be fine. And then we'll also check some sleeping bags, some stoves, a few of these. And those are fine. Those are fine. Maybe two of those and two of those. And then we can get into another day. How are we doing on time? Oh, yeah, we're only at like the 15-minute mark, so we're fine. And we had 644 customers, so we got to get 327 tomorrow. That won't be any kind of an issue. I think we'll be able to make that happen pretty simply. Because we're getting about 375 customers a day now if we get the place open right from the jump. And then we'll, then we'll be able to get that license and keep moving things forward. Get more of our products that we had before back in the store, which will make people very, very happy that they're going to see some old classics returning back to the grocery section. And it won't take us too long to get these things stocked. I got to be real careful with these boxes around those garbage cans because if they interact with the garbage can, they will disappear. So I'm doing my best to make sure that these do not interact with the garbage can in a negative manner, at least not while they have product in them. Once they're empty, they can interact with the garbage can all they want. But for now, I just got to make sure I keep them away from them. Okay. Just a couple more things back there. Yeah. Grab that. And then, yeah, we got one more set of the small lamps, I believe. And then we're good. Yeah, that'll work. And let's see, what is that one? I'll go take care of that. They're taking their time. They're not the fastest. I really can't wait till we get faster restockers. That's going to be really, really good whenever that may happen. Window chicken's good. So that's all set. And we're going to go in here, close it up, We had 239 customers, and again, that was with us opening the store way late. So we're going to open it up right away. Yeah, we're at $116,000. So money is not a problem anymore in the store. Not not any kind of an issue. It's just all about the levels now. That's all we got. So here we go. Right from the jump, day 61. Stores open for your convenience. We're going to go ahead and order what we need to order back here, get the restockers in, and just continue on with things here. So got to get that. We do not have the flour. We do need the hot sauce. But we don't have the chips, not the cheesy nacho ones at least. So we cannot get those. We do have the tuna, so we can get that. We do have the salt, so we can get that. The apricot jam we can get. If we zing over here, that tuna we can get. I got two things of vases. Oh no, that's a problem. I doubled up on those by mistake. That's not a good thing. So, oh well, I don't have the candy. I do need the mug sets. I can probably get. I'm just going to get one of the mug sets right now, because if they try and, well, maybe I can get two. So they'll probably try and put both of those up on the shelves. So I think that'll be fine. I'm hoping it will. My concern would be that they'd like try and take one and put it on a rack somewhere, or that they like try and put both of them up on the racks. So hopefully they don't do that. Resume. And off we go. So 320 customers is where we are. And I guess I could, on some of these things, just go over here and see if we need to stock any of them. I mean, just a little bit. I just maybe make that part a bit faster. I don't know. I'm not sure if I should do this. I don't know if I should just leave that to the restockers and take this stuff and throw it up on the shelves. I'm trying to figure out what my best angle is on all this. I guess I could help out with this for now. The thing that would concern me is like here, we didn't even need that much of it, so now I've just wasted a little bit of time running and stocking something that we weren't completely empty on, or where I couldn't put up a full box. So yeah, it's a balance. Oh shoot, we got plenty of those still in there. And then up there. All right, so that empties out that box, which at least means they won't have both boxes out here to deal with. Where's the other big one? All right, that's the rice, which is way over there. I did do a little bit of experimenting with like taking the traffic cone and running it through the store. You don't actually see it run through the store, but like for the things that are just like having trucks that come during the day, it seems like it's faster for the trucks that come during the day. Having the cone in the front of the store, and right now it's in the back, but having it in the front of the store, because the thing that the restockers are going to do is they're going to take the product and immediately put it on the shelves. They're not going to bother putting it on the racks if they can take the product and actually stock it. So with that being the case, it's faster for the restockers to pick up the product from the front and then take the empty box and throw it away in the front. And that would make their work a little bit faster, as opposed to having all the product in the back, taking an empty box, emptying it in the front, and then walking all the way back to the back again to get another product. Now, of course, I didn't do that here. I left the cone in the back, but I have done a little bit of experimenting with just picking up the cone in the middle of the day, running it to the front, then doing an order, and having all the stuff in the front that needs to be restocked. It works out really well with like the lamps and all that, because again, they always take the empty boxes and run them out through in the garbage cans in the front, as opposed to the back, just because again, they don't realize that the garbage cans in the back actually exist, or at least they don't think that they're usable by them for getting rid of boxes. Yeah, I guess that they think that those are, I don't know who they think they're for, but they don't think that they can use them. That much I have gathered. So if we take a look, let's see. So yeah, I'm actually going to do that right now. So we're going to go here. I'm going to pick up the cone. And again, I can run it through the store. Now, you won't see it run through the store, but magically when I get on the other side of the store, it will be there. So I'm carrying it, and we can drop it off right there. And now I can go here and I can order like a bunch of my lamps, and it's going to be a much quicker run for them to take care of the lamps from here as opposed to from the back where they would have to run all the way through the store to get them stocked. And then so yeah, they'd walk all the way back there to grab a box, empty it out here, get rid of the empty up there, and then walk all the way back and just keep doing that over and over again. It's not very efficient. So this is going to be a little bit more efficient for them to handle. And that's really what it's all about. And the people don't seem to care that we've got all this product that's like just sitting out there in the front. That it doesn't make a lick of difference to them. They walk around it. They're perfectly happy with it. So they walk through it. They're impervious to boxes. Everybody is just, nobody notices anything. They're just perfectly good with it. So we have the nicest customers. We really, really do. They have no cares about anything. And now that we have the self-checkouts, they never tell me about our non-existent bakery. I never get to hear how well or how beautiful our bakery smells because they have nobody to tell to other than the self-checkout machine. And the self-checkout machine does not care about what the bakery smells like that we don't have. It's like, I don't care. Don't tell me about it. Don't make any difference to me. All right, let's see. Did that go? It did. Excellent. I'll grab that big box and put that one there. Okay, cool. And now, yeah, lamps are in good shape, but I can get a whole bunch more of those lamps now. Because again, everybody loves those lamps. So I could order like another 6 of them. So yeah, let's keep doing that. And again, this is going to be a lot faster for them to like take these, stock them here, get rid of the empties just like that. It's going to save a lot of time. And then if we have orders that are for like refrigerated product, we just run the cone all the way back through the store and just take all that stuff and get it unloaded there. So it's nice that you don't have to run around the store with the cone. You can go right through the middle. And even though the cone won't be in your hands when you do it, it'll magically appear at your destination. So that's kind of nice. Let's get a couple window chicken while we're at it. Maybe one. So one for sure. Let's start with one and see what that's going to look like after we get that stocked. Now, can I put a second one up there? That's the thing that would worry me. I can't. I just wasn't sure whether or not a second one was going to go up, but it will. Because I just didn't want to have to run the rest of the box to the back if I could avoid it. We are now 60 customers away at this point from level 50. And now the two things are going to happen at level 50. The first thing that's going to happen at level 50 is we're going to get that license. The second thing that's going to happen at level 50 is we're going to get our 6th restocker. 6 restockers is better than 5. So I am here for it. And the license that we are going to get for $20,000 is going to be our candy and our chips again, which I believe we have spaces for all these here on our shelves. So the candy is there. The chips are the nacho chips are there. And then I don't know about the other chips. The other chips may have gotten wiped out. So yeah, the nacho chips are there. And I may start taking some of these and I may move them around. So yeah, I may get rid of that. I'm going to take the chips and I'm going to move them here. Just to keep all of our chips together. That's kind of the plan. So we'll have chips, and then so we'll have the chips barbecue. I'm actually going to order one of those. And let's run that back real fast. Hopefully no one will pick that up. I think I'll beat everybody
Attention
to it.
shoppers.
I will.
Hypermarket will be closing soon.
Oh, we need 10 more
Please proceed
customers.
to the
Come on,
checkout
10
areas.
more
Thank you for shopping with
to
us.
do this. 10 more and we'll have it. All right, so there's that. That was what I was looking to do. So we'll have chips, barbecue, we'll have the barbecue extra, we'll have chips and spicy nacho, and then we'll have the other ones, the sour cream and onion, and then the sour cream and onion extra. So that was what we wanted to do. We have now reached level 50, so we can get restocker number 6 in here. So there they are, restocker number 6, assemble, and we can get that license and start getting those products put back in the store. So once again, I am going to move the cone. Or do I bother with the... Yeah, I think I'll... At least for a moment, I'm going to move the cone. And just because I got to take these products and I got to put them back up on the shelf here in our storage racks. So just for the moment, I'm gonna move it back here. And then I may move it right back up to the front again. But for now, we're going to drop it right there. And I'm going to order each of these. So we're going to get the cheesy nacho. I'm going to do this one at a time, just so that way I can get them on my my storage shelves. And then they can start going to town on getting everything put away in the back here. Getting it all put back on the racks here. Those are the words I'm trying to say. So sour cream and onion. And again, I want to do this one at a time because if I don't, then they're gonna grab them before I do, and I don't know where they're gonna start putting this stuff. So I'm gonna grab them before they get a chance to get to them. That is the plan. Sour cream and onion there. You can follow me and grab the box after I have taken care of it. I'm okay with that. Sour cream and onion extra. And those are going to go right underneath the sour cream and onion, which again are, for whatever reason, in a smaller box. That it just is what it is. So big box, small box. Does it need to make sense? Of course not. It never has. Why should it start now? And then the barbecue extra. And then the only other thing I got to get is the candy, which we already have a spot for up there. So no big deal for that. But now all of my chips are back in storage, or they all have a place now. And they're all out here, so we got no problem with that. That is perfectly fine. And again, now the thing is that with these guys, the faster thing for them to do, as convoluted of a thought as it is actually to take it's going to be to take the cone and move it up to the front, because then they're just going to grab a box, walk it to here, take the empty, and walk it to there, as opposed to going there, and then out there, and then back there again to grab another box. So it's going to be a little bit faster, ever so slightly, to take the cone and run it all the way back to the front for them to grab the product from back there. Again, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but we'll set it right here for now. That won't cause any problems. And I got other stuff that I can have them stock while we're at it. So we'll get a whole bunch of this stuff for them to take care of, as well as all the chips. So we'll get a couple of those, 3 of those, maybe one. And now we need all of our chips. I wish I remember how many. Oh, it will say on here. So 15 in there. So I can get like 2 of those? Maybe 3. I think I can get 3 of those. The chips barbecue were fine because we've always had plenty of those. 20 of these. So I can do 2 of those. These I can probably do 3 of. We'll do 3 of those. And so that should get all of that restocked at this point. So that's pretty good. I feel pretty confident about that. The candy, it's amazing. Nobody bought that much of the candy while we didn't have it. And it's not like it's outrageously priced or anything like that. It's just no one was a fan of candy, I guess. That was the one thing that, like, well, you don't have it in stock anymore, so we're not actually going to buy it. But everything else, they didn't really have that issue with. the candy, it was just for whatever reason it was no longer popular after we had gotten after we had lost the license for it. Maybe people were just scared of it. Maybe they thought that there must have been something wrong with it, being that's why we lost the license for it, and as a result, they decided that they shouldn't buy any more of it. There's always a backstory. There always has been. We're just not always privy to it. Right, that is empty. Give that a long distance throw. Oh, caught the corner. Perfect. And another thing we could do, we could take all these rounds and move them all the way up to the front. I mean, that would be an option. I'm not going to necessarily do that because we've just got all this stuff here, and I mean, eventually we'll. I think we're going to fill up the front somehow. I that would be. I mean, it would be a part of a major restructuring of the store that I just don't know if I want to go down that road. So I think we'll leave that alone. I would have to think of it. Oh, and I've really got to watch out because that window chicken like just popped right in the door. So I guess I want to make sure that we don't have too much that's going to like show up over there. I thought it was going to show up maybe closer to the street. So yeah, let's push that out again just to make sure nothing nutty happens because we don't want that. Can get some more camping stoves because those stack too high. That's not a problem. Lamps, we can get a few more lamps, so let's do that. We can get 4 of those. And then aside from that, we're now we get to the point where we're back in pretty good shape, and I can start taking a look around at first, like some other stuff, maybe like the shirts. Could probably get a couple of things of shirts up here, probably a few of those, maybe a couple of them. And it looks like I need all of my kettlebells. Do I have any of those back here? There are a couple of them back here, so they just must not have gotten around to taking care of these. This is the point where they just get really, really busy and they don't have an opportunity to do any of this. So they just got to prioritize. They prioritize it however they do, whatever that priority may be. And we're not always privy to what it is. And what was the other kind of kettlebell I had there? It was the green one, which there may have been one kettlebell in that box. Um, oh no, there were 3. Oh no, there were more than 3. I thought I saw that it said 1 on there. Maybe it said like 10. All right, so let's go ahead and order 1 of each of the sets of kettlebells. I'm actually going to order 2 of those, 2 of those, 1 of those, and 2 of those because they'll take the spare one and put it in the storage. So that won't be a problem. There's all the kettlebells, and then we've also got all the shirts there. And again, with 6 restockers now, that's definitely helping to make things faster. And you can see now our next level, we need 1,068 customers to get up to the next level. So again, it takes more, like the number of customers, it goes up. The differential increases every level, which just makes it more challenging. Because I mean, we'll be up. We'll probably need like close to 1,175 customers to get ourselves from level 51 to 52. Um, that just keeps on stacking a little bit more each time. I can only imagine what it's going to be like when you have to get up to like level 90 or something. Uh, it's probably not going to be fun. I've got a feeling, and to get from one level to another, you're going to have to run a number of days. Is all I can figure, unless they just really start giving you lots of customers. And someone had mentioned that the more self checkouts you have, then the more customers you get. That might be an interesting thing to try out. The thing that I always confuses me about that is that with the number of self checkouts we have already, they're never completely busy. So that's where I guess it's like, well, we'd add more self checkouts, but we don't have the ones that we have aren't completely busy. So I mean, I guess I could, and we could certainly try it as an experiment. Resume. I keep on forgetting tabs. Not what I want to do. So I don't know. maybe we give it a whirl and see on another day if that's going to change anything. So let's go here, and we'll put in a few more of these. I thought that they said that it was based off of what level you were on, and not how many self checkouts you have. But we'll get another one and just put it up because we got more room over there near that corner. So we'll set one more up over there. I mean, why not? Let's try it. Go ahead, open this up. All hail grid. And these are all right there. And how do they line up on there? So I can kind of set that like there-ish. That lines up pretty well. So those are all in line with each other. Are these all in line with each other? Those are all in line with each other like that. And then I just don't know how far apart they're spaced. It probably doesn't matter that much at this point, but we'll put that one there. So we got 7 of these. Well, again, we can see if that's going to make any kind of a noticeable difference. I think it's just based off of what level you are, and that will determine how many customers you get. So the more we keep leveling up, the more customers will show up in the store. If we take a look at other things that we might need, how are we doing on refrigerated stuff? Pretty good. So we're not going to do anything major there. I'm not going to worry about moving the cone to the back for them to get any more refrigerated things. I can get more of these. So let's get 3 more of those. Get another 3 of those. Maybe another 3 of these. And 3 of those. Yeah, we'll do that. So that way we get all our chips refilled. And then, yeah, the flour is just continuing to run down because we got to get it to level 52 to get our flour back. It will eventually get there. There's nothing there on purpose. Eventually, I do need to like get this kind of condensed again. It's just like we got some weird gaps at this point where like there's just not any good products that kind of mixes in there. So I don't know. Maybe at some point I'll find a way to get that all put together in a way that might make sense, or I might just leave it like it is. I'm not quite sure. That's on the long range plan. I have not gotten that far into it yet. Those are going to take some deeper thoughts in terms of what I want to do there. All right, yeah, this is nice having 6 restockers. We get through all this stuff a lot faster now. It is kind of a shame though. The maximum that you can have is 9. I mean, I'd be good with 12. If I could have 12 restockers, I'd like that. Because again, it's going to get more and more difficult as we get further and further along. Just with all the extra products we're going to get, like all the books, because we're going to end up having a ton of books here in not too long, and a whole bunch more shampoo and stuff like that. It's going to stack. It's going to get kind of crazy, but we'll see how it continues to play out. But for now, I feel like everyone at this point is doing pretty darn good. So all we can really do now is just kind of let the restockers continue to roll and do their thing. And then the next thing that we have on the list is going to be at level 52. If we take a look there, that's when we're going to finally get all of our flour back. It's going to cost us $20,000 to get that. And then that will take care of the flour that we have right over there. We have all the storage for it right there. So now we just got to get that license and go from there. So the next time that we get together, we'll be through level 51. We'll probably have progressed another 4 or 5 days. But again, nothing about the store will be any different. So everything that you see next time we get together in the store, those do stack 3 high. That's amazing. Everything that you see in the store will look exactly the same as it did before. I promise we won't make any changes to the layout of the store without doing it as an episode. But we'll get ourselves to the point where we will have our flour, or we will be in a position to get it in that next episode. But for now, we've got our chips. And so, for all of our chip lovers who'd been longing for us to get those back, they are now finally, once again, back in the store. That is going to be all for this one, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, I'd appreciate it if you gave it a like. If you really liked this video, I would love it if you considered giving the channel a subscribe. But until we meet again, thanks as always for being a part of all of my silliness. I'm Rusty Champagne, and we will see you later.